Okay, Dave, little video at the end of our session, mate. So this was your swing at the start, so a little bit inside with the takeaway. So we talked about that, right? Just try and get that. Well, we first worked on how you're putting your right hand on top of your left thumb, right? Get that right. And then it's just getting that club head up a little bit higher, right? A little bit more sort of left wrist cock and right wrist bend in the takeaway. And go to that blog, that video that I showed you about, Steve Elkington talking about that takeaway, and that will get you more on plane. And I see this again and again. Whenever someone comes in, the club's behind them. 9 times out of 10, they're across the line at the top, right? So that's contributing to the takeaways, contributing to the top of the swing, but also we've still got to cut out a lot of that space under the right arm, right? So a little bit of the takeaway, a little bit of the right arm to get up to the top. And then as we're coming down, we're stopping there. We're using P6 as your reference point. And, at that point, hips are barely open. Shoulders are definitely still closed, right? And I want at P6, I want you to start, definitely P7 there, right? I'd say your shoulders were there, your hips were there, I'd say your shoulders were there. So I'd say your shoulders are still a little bit closed to your toe line and the hips fractionally open to your toe line, right? But if you look at, there's your toe line, that position on the right side, where we're just practicing with a stick. There you go. Look at the difference there. So look how much more open your hips are, look how much more open your shoulders are. I can see some of your left butt cheek, right? That's one of the litmus tests right there. Should be able to see some of your left pocket at impact, right? So then we got you doing this drill where we're just going through the positions, right? Up to the top. A little bit better with the right arm. And you notice how, a little bit better with the wrist cock in the takeaway, look. So it's not so far behind you at P2, the club head. And then a little bit more right arm connection at the top, gets it in a little bit better position, right? And then we're coming down to 6, and we're really working hard on that P6 position there, right? By this point, the heel should be slightly off the ground, the hips should be open, the shoulders should be open. So the shoulders aren't quite as open as what we want, but hips are better, right? But from there, what we talked about from here was that's the furthest down and out. The handle's going to move down to P6. After that, the handle starts turning the corner. That's why we've got that stick on the ground there, going inward. So you can see how the handle starts moving inward as the club head comes down and hits the ball. Right, now we're just practicing. So there's your new impact position. There's your old one. That's a massive difference. Massive difference, right? Heel's a bit more off the ground, but way more turned out the way. Way more turned out the way. And that's one of the reasons why I want your toes turned out more, especially your left one. Get that left toe turned out more, not straight at the ball, right? To be able to facilitate the turning, right? And then because you're in a better position at impact, the rest just kind of, it's easier then to get your right arm and the hands more across your chest. You start to see the shaft and the hands come out more underneath your left shoulder now. Whereas before, it's always coming out, your hands are always coming out through your shoulder. See the difference? Look at the difference in foot. Right? So the more you turn, the more that heel's got to come off the ground, look. It's got to come off the ground. And I just want you to hit little shots to that position. And in that position, your hips, your belt buckle, and your chest should be facing the target at that point. Good, mate.